Hello, this is Mr. Huff. Let's talk about calculating concrete volume using U.S. customary measurements. Let's take a look at this. So the typical dimensions given in an architectural plan will show that the length is in feet and the width is in feet, but the depth is normally given in inches. So this would be a concrete slab. So it's basically a rectangle that has some thickness. So you already know that the volume of a rectangular prism is the length times the width times the depth. So our formula might be V equals L times W times D. One of the things to keep in mind is that all the units must be the same. So if we have feet and feet, this also has to be feet. We have to convert the inches into feet, but there's more to it. One thing to keep in mind is that concrete is normally sold in cubic yards. So write this down. 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. And then a cubic yard is equal to 27 cubic feet because it has length and width and depth. So it's 3 times 3 times 3. That gives you 27 cubic feet. That is a rookie mistake to say 1 cubic yard equals 3 cubic feet. That is incorrect. It's 27. So there's two strategies that you can do. The strategy on the left is you convert everything into feet, do your calculations for your volume in cubic feet, and then convert your cubic feet number into cubic yards. Second strategy is convert everything into yards, and then do your calculation, and everything will be in cubic yards. Either one will work. It's about the same amount of work either way. So a problem might look like this. So we have, from the example before, our length is 10 feet, our width is 10 feet, our depth is 6 inches, but we convert that to feet, so it's 0.5 feet. So we are looking for volume in cubic yards. Notice you can also use yards cubed, and you could also use feet cubed. So our volume formula is length times width times depth. And then we're going to take 10 times 15 times 0.5 and it gets 75 cubic feet. And once we have 75 cubic feet, we are going to convert that to cubic yards by dividing by 27, and we get 2.777 cubic yards. Notice I went to 4 important numbers. In this case, 3 decimal places. Just go to 4 important numbers. That's enough. Over here on the second one, I did the second strategy. We converted everything to yards. So 10 feet is 3.333 yards, 15 feet is 5 yards, and 6 inches is 6 divided by 36, so we get 0.1666 yards. So this number, because we're trimming these off, is going to be susceptible to rounding errors, but if we go to 4 important numbers, it's insignificant as far as the difference. So the volume we're looking for is in cubic yards, so we have everything set in yards. So volume is length times width times depth, 0.333 times 5 times 0.1666 equals 2.776, and that's 2.776 cubic yards. Notice there is a slight difference between these two, but if you're looking at overall volume, this is what we want. For the calculations, I want you to be very, very precise. In the real world, you cannot order a 0.776 cubic yard. You have to order the next number up. So both of these, if you were ordering, you would have to order 3 cubic yards, but for the purposes of our calculation accuracy, I need you to go to 4 sig figs. So if we have the formula, volume is length times width times depth, we can use algebra to rearrange that. So if we have the volume and the width and the depth, we can find the length. If we have volume, length, and depth, we can find the width. And if we have volume, length, and width, we can find the depth. I think I said depth here. So you can rearrange this to solve for length, width, and depth. If you have 3 of the 4 terms, you can solve for the missing one. Keep in mind, all the units have to be the same. All right, thank you for watching.